What is up, all you Facebook gamers? This is Bullet Butter bringing you another gameplay Facebook overview. Today we're going to be taking a look at Drakensang Online. Drakensang Online is an action-based MMORPG. You can play it either directly from Facebook, or you can go to their parent site, Drakensang.com, and play it from their site as well. There's absolutely no difference between the two, other than maybe slightly less lag on their parent site. Right now we're taking a look at the character creation screen. As you can see, there are 3 different classes to choose from. You got your basic warrior class, which they title Dragon Knight. You got your Spellweaver, which is the mage, and then your ranger class. So there's not a lot here in terms of customization for the way your character looks like. As you can see, there are only a few different types of hairstyles, and I believe there are only 3 different types of body sizes. I guess you have your small, your medium, and then your large. Not a whole lot here going on in this character creation, but that's okay, because what the developers lack in the character creation, they really make up in the gameplay. So we're going to go ahead and go back here and load up a character that I've been working on for a while now. It's a level 5 Spellweaver. When we jump into this game, we're just going to take a quick look over what the game's basics have going for it. So this is your starting town, the town that you will start out in. Pull up the map here, and you can see all these blue little icons. Those tell you where all the NPCs are that you can interact with, purchase things from, and get quests from initially. Go ahead and talk to these guys and see if these are old knowledge. Obtain a list of deeds. Okay, I'm apparently on that quest for him, and I can't talk to him because I'm not a ranger. So I'm gonna come over here and take a look at some of their basic NPCs that they have. We have a priest of the order, and apparently he's gonna be selling Pilgrim's Prayer. Looks like it's going to be a buff that we could purchase for the silver and copper. Come over here and check out. This is actually their waypoint system. If I had any of these other lands unlocked, I guess I could travel to these different places. They're kind of like how waypoints work in Diablo and Torchlight and Titan's Quest. And this is where you would pop up if you teleported from a different town back to this place. I believe this town is called Grimford. Yeah, let's take a look at this NPC. He's going to be selling, looks like, buffs, dyes, which is really cool because you can dye virtually all of your items that you wear to any colors that they have here. And then, of course, you have your miscellaneous items. Come over here to your blacksmith. We're going to check out what he's got. He has the ability to upgrade your items and upgrade your spells. I've already upgraded one of my items a little earlier today. I believe it was this pair of gloves right here, improved cloth gloves. And how it works is you just basically you just click and drag and drop your items over there. And over here on the right hand side, it tells you what it does. You can see this armor value. It'll increase it by 1 point. It tells you the level requirement for it. You increase this. They'll say required level base is level 1, and each point increases the required level to 3. So I couldn't go above this one right here because I'm only level 5. So, and down here it also has your cost. You can go ahead and click upgrade. And really, I'm not wearing this item, so I'm just going to go ahead and not do that. But yeah, he also sells items. He got your armor, your weapons, double-handed weapons, and some shields. Come over here to your artifact merchant, and he's going to be selling more gear. This kind of looks like magical items and even set items. It'd be a pretty good idea just to go out and kill mobs and complete quests to get this currency, which I believe they called Adamant. And once you get this certain amount of Adamant, a required amount to purchase these items, I guess it'd be good to come back and collect the whole set, as they say. It also, what does he got here? Sells miscellaneous items. Nothing too special here. It's just more gear. This looks like amulets and jewelry he's going to be selling. Come over here, and we've got an essence merchant. I'm not really too sure what the essences do. I'm going to be assuming that they're just consumable items that Actually, let me see. Let me go ahead and get rid of this. We're going to go right click to sell, and then we're going to purchase one of these. Oh, and it equips it on our character here, and it adds whatever the mod is for the weapon, plus 200% damage. Ooh, I guess I should have bought those, but I don't have the adamant too. But that'd be something to purchase when I get that amount. Okay, so that's it for essences, and then we've got our herb merchant over here. He's going to sell our potions, our healing potions, and the potions do have a 10-second cooldown unless you're in PvP, and then it is a 1-minute cooldown. And I think there's one other merchant to go over here. Let's see. He's going to be selling buff items and dyes and miscellaneous items. These buff items, just basic buffs, 100% XP, plus XP, increase health by 4, and of course they're all time durations, and then your dyes, like I stated earlier. But for now, after we've seen all the merchants, you can see that the amount of items in here is you know, your basic rundown of armor and weapons that you get in every hack and slash RPG, as well as a few unique things such as these essences here. And of course, what do we have here? Don't know why that's in a different language. Looks like German. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the basic inventory screen when you pull it up, and as you can see, there's quite a few slots here, and you could add more. Of course, it's going to charge you some of that adamant to unlock these other tabs to carry more loot, which I would assume is very helpful. I know I personally like to collect as much as I can before heading back to town and cashing out on it and selling what I don't need. And we're going to come take a look at your character screen and see what we got here. Okay, this is going to list all your character's attributes, your base damage, attack speed, all that good stuff, so we know where we're sitting at. It also has PvP statistics, which we will get into here shortly in a little bit. And come over here to our quest menu. This is our quest log. This game also, of course, has daily quests, and you get different types of rewards. Like this reward here, instead of getting experience, you get these tomes of knowledge, I believe they're called. And then this one gives you silver and more silver. Okay, now we're going to come over here and look at our talent tree. Now this talent tree is broken up into 3 different sections. You got your basic experience tree, which is what you get every time you level up. You will get some talent points that you can invest in this, and the ideal way would just to be fill this up as much as you can, and I'm sure by the time you reach your maximum level you will have this maxed out. Nothing too great or game changing, I guess you could say, in way with the talents. What they're doing here, it's just typical talent points. You know, a 10% increase in this, 5% increase in this, more damage, reduces cooldowns, you know, pretty basic stuff. Nothing to get too excited over here, but I imagine, you know, it'll help you out either way, whether you're doing PvE or PvE or PvP. And then over here in your second one, you have your knowledge talents. It looks like these top 3 are not completed yet. These are basically kind of subtle talent points that really don't affect the gameplay all that too much. This looks like it's just a cloak of power that you can wear. It doesn't give any other information on it, so I don't know if it even affects your character at all, rather than it's just a visual change. You also have the mount ability. It allows you to mount and ride horses. You've got your takes you to another skill into battle. Yeah, I guess that increases the amount of skills that you can have down here on your action bar. It'll probably unlock something over here or one of these. And then of course you've got your teleportation, which is probably extremely useful. You want to unlock that as soon as possible. And you can get these ancient wisdom tomes by completing daily quests and by defeating opponents who also give you experience. And then your last one is your fame, and these are basically PvP talents because you can purchase them by getting badges of honor, which you get through PvP. So that's their talents in a nutshell. We're going to come over here to skills. See, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 12 skills that are available that you unlock as you progress and level up. And I'm just going to go ahead out on a limb and assume that it's the same for the other 2 classes as well. And that's something that I have to comment on, because it seems like ever since the Diablo 2 days, game developers have shifted away from giving players tons and tons of skills, and they're just trying to narrow it down to a small handful of skills. I don't know why they're doing that, and in my opinion it kind of makes the game feel bland and dull. I guess that's why they kind of shifted to implementing talents in this game, like they do with many other games. But if the talents aren't that interesting, it really doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't make it more interesting at all. It's just a plain Jane lazy fix to a lack of skills, in my opinion. And I'm going to go ahead and say that the max level looks like it's going to be around level 40, because the last skill you get is at level 35, and if you could go higher than that, seeing as you can't put additional points into it, it'd be kind of silly to have 20 or 30 extra levels and you get basically nothing for it. We've already taken a look at our inventory, and it looks like it has a basic shop. I'm assuming you can pull that up anywhere, and it's going to be loaded with gems, potions, skill essences, buffs, and miscellaneous items. I'm assuming you can open up the shop anywhere in the game. It's just got basic items over here in your miscellaneous. You can equip, it looks like throwing weapons, explosives. This one, lifted a mighty strength effect. That looks incredibly ridiculous. I don't know why you would do that, but oh well. I'm sure there's a purpose to it that I just haven't figured out yet. And of course they sell keys to unlock chests and other locked objects, I'm guessing. And of course you have gems which you can place in your items. I believe I've socketed one of my items already. Let's see if... I'm pretty sure I did. I don't know which item I put it on. Look, it looks like there it is. I've put it in my robe, a gem that increases the armor value by 6. So, and a lot of the items, they have quite a few empty gem sockets. Like most of them have 2, but I've seen items that have 5 or 6 empty gem sockets. And so I guess that's pretty helpful. The world map is pretty big. There's a lot of areas you can go through, and of course they're all level restricted. I'm sure you could run through them if you wanted to, and you could survive. And then it also has a local area map, which I showed you a little bit earlier. Which just brings up the local map. And of course a player search, where you can search for your friends, hook up, form parties. And I'm not too sure if there are guilds in this. So I guess that's pretty helpful if you have a lot of people that you're wanting to bring over to this game. And of course your battle registration is where you sign up for the PvP battles, and you can do this from anywhere. And once you go to the duel, you complete the duel and you can come back, you'll pop back into the same place that you left in. So, and the last thing is the current event that they're going to be running for the game. I guess they change this every so many days, so you can take advantage of that if you wanted to. But enough of that, we're going to go ahead and come out here into the wilderness and look at what this combat looks like. I will say the graphics on this is pretty decent for a browser-based game. I was actually very surprised about how it looked like and the overall polish of it. Let's see if we can't find some baddies to kill. Find some mobbage, do some damage. So as you can see, you have other players running around and you can see them and their actions. Killing all my mobs. So hopefully we can find some pretty soon. Okay, here comes some bog beasts. Boom. This is a basic magic missile skill. And then let's do our AoE skill. That one is fireball, and it does AoE damage, it looks like, which is really helpful. And they also, mobs drop all kinds of loot, as you would imagine, similar to pretty much every action RPG game. They drop the health globes, which is very helpful. They cut back on the amount of health potions you have to consume. And as you can see, I just leveled up there. Can help out. I'm not quite sure who would get the experience for that. I'm assuming it goes to whoever does the most damage. But let's take a look at one of our other skills here. I believe what this was called, ice missile. And I'm assuming that's going to do some kind of a slowing effect on the unit. Yeah, slows them down. Does a little bit of damage. Let's see if we have any. It doesn't appear to do any additional damage by combining fire and ice. So none of that fancy stuff really going on. And I unlocked a new skill because I leveled up to level 6, and we're going to take a look at that after I get this mob down. And we're going to open up our skills and drag it to our action bar. Automatically put it there. That's very nice. Didn't have to do that. We're going to go ahead and use it and see what this looks like. That's very nice. I like that. Freezes them in place, does a little damage to boot. But it is on a fairly lengthy cooldown. I'm not a fan of cooldowns. I don't know why games put that into their games. To me, it's just a lazy way of balancing skills. But I guess I could deal with it because this is a pretty solid game. It looks fun. You know, I could see myself getting into this. When I get my character a little higher level, I'll probably come back, revisit it, and show everybody what the higher level gameplay is all about. Because I know too many game reviewers, they just only do the first couple of levels of a game, and you really can't get a good feel for a game by just showing the first couple of minutes of it. So when I get a little bit higher level, I'll probably do another video showing a high level gameplay, so you can see different areas and whatnot. But that is Drakensang Online, basically in a nutshell. It's one of the better Facebook games out there, I must say. It's well done. It's got a lot of polish to it. It really feels like a Diablo type game. So, I mean, if that's your style, this is the game that you want to be playing. And there's no time limit on it, like so many other Facebook games. You can play it as long as you can, which makes it a really nice thing. And like I said, overall, it's a really fun game, and I thoroughly enjoy playing it so far. So that looks like all we've got for you now. I'm just going to play for a little bit longer and show some extra footage. And I'm going to be quiet now so you can just check out this awesome goodness from this game.